Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great because today's video is packed with everything you need to know about Genshin Impact version 7.0 and 7.1. We'll be going over the complete banner lineup for version 7.1 while also breaking down the total number of Primogems you can collect, not just throughout version 7.0, but also every remaining Primogem still available in version 6.7 before the update comes to an end. Whether you're completely free to play or occasionally pick up a Welkin Moon or top up, this video will help you plan your wishes much more efficiently. So, if you're even thinking about pulling in version 7.0, make sure you stay until the end. We'll cover the banner lineup and every Primogem calculation so you'll know exactly how many pulls you can expect, how close you are to guaranteed pity, and whether chasing multiple 5-star characters is actually possible. Now, let's jump straight into the version 7.0 banners. The biggest highlight is the debut of the brand new character Odette in Phase 1 alongside a rerun of Arlecchino. Then in Phase 2, we'll see reruns for Flins and Ineffa. So yes, version 7.0 is absolutely packed with strong banner choices from beginning to end. Moving on to the latest information about the version 7.1 banners. According to the latest leaks, version 7.1 is expected to introduce 2 brand new 5-star characters. The first is Vodyanitsa, a Hydro Catalyst user, while the second is Vesna, an Anemo Sword user. Now, let's talk about Vodyanitsa. Based on everything we've seen so far, she's essentially designed to be the premium support for Stellar Swirl teams, and Stellar reactions are tied to Cryo, Anemo, and Electro. Whenever your team triggers Stellar Swirl, she can reduce enemy resistance by around 40%, allowing your Anemo damage to hit much harder. She's also rumored to reduce Hydro and Cryo resistance by around 30%. She also provides off-field Hydro application, although the leaks mention that her Hydro application changes when she's played in Stellar Swirl teams. Unlike many support characters, she's also a healer. So in a single character, you're getting healing, resistance shred, Hydro application, and buffs for Stellar Swirl teams. According to the current information, her buffs at C0 are focused much more on Stellar Swirl than directly increasing Cryo or Hydro damage. Now, let's move on to Vesna. She's expected to be an on-field Anemo DPS built around Stellar Swirl. One of the coolest parts of her kit is her movement. She can hover while fighting, adjust her height in the air, and even move forward or backward without dropping back to the ground. The leaks also suggest she supports both charged attack and plunging attack playstyles. Do keep in mind that it's still very early and we'll know much more about both characters once the version 7.1 beta goes live. As for the reruns, the current lineup is expected to feature Zibai and Linnea. The rumored return of the Moonchase Festival also further supports the possibility of a Zibai rerun. One thing worth noting, though, is that the Moonchase Festival should not be confused with the annual Lantern Rite Festival, which is currently expected to take place later in version 7.4. But here's where things get painful. With 2 brand new 5-star characters arriving alongside reruns for both Zibai and Linnea in the same patch, version 7.1 could become a serious challenge for free-to-play players trying to manage their Primogems. Now, let's move on to the Primogem calculations. Before version 7.0 arrives, there are still plenty of Primogems left to collect in version 6.7. Paymont's Bargains and the Imaginarium Theater both received their monthly reset just yesterday. If you've saved enough Star Glitter, you'll be able to exchange it for 5 Intertwined Fates, which is equivalent to 800 Primogems right away. Reaching Act 8 of the Imaginarium Theater rewards another 620 Primogems, while clearing every act can provide up to 1,000 Primogems. At the time of recording, there are around 9 days remaining before the patch ends. Completing your daily commissions rewards 60 Primogems each day, adding up to a total of 540 Primogems across those remaining days. Unfortunately, all of the events for this phase have already ended. In addition, Hoyoverse released a brand new redeem code yesterday worth another 60 Primogems. You can claim it using the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Altogether, there are still 2,020 Primogems available before version 6.7 officially comes to a close. Now, let's estimate the total Primogems available throughout version 7.0. Since the patch lasts for 42 days, players will have plenty of opportunities to build up their savings. Daily commissions remain the most reliable source of Primogems. Completing all 4 commissions every day rewards 60 Primogems, adding up to a total of 2,520 Primogems across the entire patch. For both free-to-play players and light spenders, this continues to be the foundation of your overall Primogem income. The Spiral Abyss will reset twice during version 7.0. Finishing all 12 floors with a full clear rewards 800 Primogems. Even if you can't fully clear floor 12, reaching floor 11 still lets you earn up to 600 Primogems. For this calculation, that's a total of 1,200 Primogems across both resets. Paymon's bargains will refresh once during the update on September 1st. If you've saved enough Star Glitter, you'll once again be able to exchange it for 5 Intertwined Fates. Since each Intertwined Fate is worth 160 Primogems, that's another 800 Primogems from the shop reset. The Imaginarium Theater will also reset during version 7.0. Completing every act rewards up to 1,000 Primogems, while reaching Act 8 still provides 620 Primogems. Stygian Onslaught will also return, rewarding another 450 Primogems for clearing the first 3 difficulty levels. Now, let's talk about the event rewards in version 7.0. The main flagship event is currently expected to reward around 1,000 Primogems on its own, making it the biggest event source of Primogems throughout the update. Alongside those Primogems, players will also receive a free copy of the 4-star character Diana for completing the event objectives. On top of that, version 7.0 is currently expected to include 2 additional events, with each one rewarding approximately 420 Primogems. Together, those events contribute another 840 Primogems, bringing the combined total from all events to roughly 1,840 Primogems. The new Archon quest released during this patch is expected to reward 590 Primogems along with 2 Intertwined Fates, bringing the total value to 910 Primogems. Meanwhile, the New World quests are expected to reward around 420 Primogems upon completion. Exploring the new region will once again be one of the biggest sources of Primogems. Between treasure chests, puzzles, hidden objectives, exploration challenges, and various discoveries, players can expect to collect around 2,650 Primogems simply by exploring everything the new area has to offer. Completing the new offering system adds another 1,250 Primogems, while limited-time exploration objectives can provide an extra 400 Primogems for players willing to put in the additional effort. Several smaller sources also contribute to your overall Primogem total. Character trial stages reward another 80 Primogems. The daily Hoyo LAB check-in provides another 80 Primogems, while achievements, web events, and redeem codes together contribute another 855 Primogems. Maintenance compensation also remains a guaranteed source of rewards. Players will receive a total of 600 Primogems, with 300 awarded for server maintenance and another 300 provided as standard compensation. Looking a little further ahead, the version 7.1 livestream will also include the usual 3 promotional redeem codes worth 100 Primogems each, adding another 300 Primogems to your overall savings. After adding everything together, free-to-play players who complete all available content can expect to earn around 15,000 Primogems throughout version 7.0. That works out to roughly 95 or more wishes, putting you very close to reaching 5-star pity. Players with an active Welkin Moon can expect that total to climb to approximately 117 wishes. If you also include the remaining 2,020 Primogems still available in version 6.7, your combined total rises to 17,105 Primogems, or roughly 106 wishes before everything is spent. Players who keep their Welkin Moon active throughout the entire duration of the patch will gain another 4,500 Primogems, increasing the overall total to approximately 21,605 Primogems. That works out to just over 135 wishes. So, what's your plan going into version 7.0? Are you saving everything for Odette, waiting for Vesna or Vodyanitsa, or are you planning to save all your wishes for the later banners? Let me know your strategy down in the comments, because I always enjoy seeing what everyone is preparing for before a new patch arrives. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Primogem calculation or patch breakdown. Best of luck with all your pulls, and I'll see you in the next video.
Alright, now we're talking!